When do we use logistic regression? It's basically used for binary classification. That means it's either a yes or a no. An example could be when you're doing a breast cancer diagnosis. You could see this paper over here where there's several factors that could actually contribute to breast cancers. One could be the age, one could be the gender, family history, there are variable factors to it. Now, each of these factors could actually cause you more probable to getting a breast cancer. So machine learning, such as logistic regression, can be applied to those models to know whether a particular patient or a particular cell is more likely to be diagnosed as either positive for breast cancer or negative for breast cancer. So what's the basic principle behind this? So it is very similar to the linear regression model, but the only difference is here the outcome would be either a 0 or a 1. That means it's either positive or it's either negative. So it uses an like probability statistics somewhat like this, where B naught, B1, B2 are the different weights that you assign for each of the various factors that I showed you in slide 2. Now, once you assign these values and you get an output for y, now if the value of y is very close, like for in this case, if it's very close to 0, the value of y, we are saying that is the patient or the cell is not tested positive for breast cancer. That means the patient is less likely to be diagnosed positive for cancer. However, if the probability was high, greater than zero point 0.5 or equal to zero point 0.5, then it's more probable that the patient is tested positive for breast cancer. So using logistic regression. So how does it basically work? It is said that each of the factors that I described in the previous slide will have a particular weight assigned to it. So that would help us create a linear regression model. Now, once you have that, you would try to split those data into either testing and training. The ideal split would be a 70-30 ratio, where 70% could be used to train the model and 30% could be used to test the model. Then you just have to apply this simple equation over here, this simple command over here, logistic regression, and the machine learning algorithm would be able to compute linear regression model on it. You can then use it to test the rest of the data set, and you could see over here, if I run one of them, it was able to predict the outcome with a 92% accuracy.